So now I'm gonna do this video about my spirit babies. I'm so excited, and a lot of people, it's so crazy because just the other day somebody asked me for them, and I thought they were talking about my children that I usually volunteer with. And then they're gonna be like, no, I'm talking about your spirit babies. How are they? And I was so touched, and it's so crazy because my spirit babies wanted me to talk about them, and I was like, okay, that's confirmation. And then somebody else asked me, and then when I said I was gonna post a video about them, a couple of people were messaging me and said, oh, that's so interesting. They would want to watch that video. And so here goes. So even the other day somebody messaged me and said, that before they got pregnant they dreamt their baby, and they had, similar experiences to what I was experiencing. And just because I read the Spirit Babies book, so there's a book called Spirit Babies by Walter Makishen, and it basically explains everything that I'm experiencing, and it makes me realize that I'm not alone and that other people have this kind of experience too. And so I kind of like want to share my experience so far. So a lot of people, when I'm sharing my experience, they think I'm pregnant. I'm not pregnant just yet, okay? So what happens, what spirit babies are, is just like they are just spirits of babies who are not born yet. They are not conceived yet. So of course they don't necessarily have to be your biological babies. They could be babies that you're gonna adopt. They could be babies that, or like, maybe babies that you're gonna play step parents to, that they're gonna be in your life in some kind of way. So they're not, but the whole thing about it is you're gonna parent that child. And so, for most part, though, there are children that you're gonna biologically have. I just am really looking forward to biologically having my spirit babies, because I asked them, if this is just some kind of adoption or something, and they're like, no. So I first started. So I lost a baby when I was 21, and I first started dreaming my daughter, and I realized that every November, which is when she would have been born, she would dream to me, and she would take me on some fancy trip. Like it was her birthday, but she was taking me on a trip, which was so amazing. And we always had such a really good time. She always would teach me stuff. And then there was a time when I started dreaming her, and she would be just like slamming doors in my face, and I would dream them occasionally. So I would dream them. So maybe like I would dream them, and it was always like two of them, a girl and a boy. So I would dream them like we were in the supermarket, and they would cause things to topple over, and I would have a one and two dreams like that every now and again. But then I started dreaming my daughter really regularly. And I started dreaming like she was slamming doors in my face. She wouldn't want to talk to me. So I started dreaming like I had this astral house. And so this astral house where they were my kids. And so my son would always ask me like, why can't he come to work with me? Because I would tell them that I was going to work when I would come to earth plane. So in the astral realms is where I have my astral house. So I remember I was going through some stuff. I was doing my healing, and during my healing up the past couple of years, it was a lot of crying that I was doing. And I remember one time my spirit guide said that my crying is affecting the children, and how I'm always so moody is affecting the children. And I started realizing for true that when I would dream my son, he would be really clingy. So I would dream in the astral realm. He would be really clingy. Like he wouldn't want to go to none of the nannies. Yeah, we do have nannies. Like there were two nannies. He didn't want to go to none of them. And I really realized that when I got really into my mode of crying and my little moody vibes, he really got clingy on me. And so when I dreamed that, so my spirit guide said that, I started paying attention because I felt really bad. I was just like, damn, me, like I affecting the moods of my kids. And then I realized it's true, because then they would act like that, and then my daughter would start acting out. She would start slamming doors in my face, and she don't want to talk to me, start giving one back of attitude. And then, like, I would be like, oh my God, what the hell is going on here? And then I started realizing that there are my spirit babies. And then I was following some psychics on Instagram, and she posted about the Spirit Babies book. And I started reading it, and then I realized everything that was happening to me. And I was like, oh my God, I am actually experiencing my spirit babies. Like, oh my God, like, wow. And so they started, initially it wasn't a good experience, because I would wake up bawling. I would wake up bawling because my son would be clinging to me. He would be asking me why he can't come to the earth plane, because I would be in my head not knowing how, like, I had given up on having my family. I was just like, ain't no way I'm gonna meet anybody who could ever deal with my mad head. I just forget about it. I'm never gonna meet anybody. I had given up on love. I had given up on having a family. At this stage, I'm just like, forget about it. So I was just like, I don't know, no. I was talking to them, and I was like, I don't know how y'all gonna come. Like, I don't have a committed. I'm not in a committed relationship. There's no committed relationship in sight. I don't know how y'all gonna come. So they started batting me up, like they were like, cussing me out. They're like, Mommy, you're such a hypocrite. That's not for you to decide. Like, you always telling your clients to believe in their dreams and not wanting to know how it's going to manifest, how their dreams are going to manifest, and you're not doing that. You're not practicing what you're preaching. You're such a hypocrite, Mommy. You're such a hypocrite because you don't practice what you preach. You don't believe that you can have us, Mommy. You don't believe that you can have us. Oh my God, like, we're not going to cause no trouble when we come. And then they started making me dream. I started having this recurring dream of coming out of a tent, and the whole place was on fire, and I saw two kids. A lot of dead bodies were around, but then I realized there were two dead bodies of my children, and I just threw myself down on them, and I was bawling. And so they made me started having past lifetime regressions in my dreams. It was so crazy. So, and it was confirmed by a reader that this was what was happening also. So it was just really crazy, so bizarre. So they started showing me my past lifetime. So that lifetime, what had happened was my husband had went to war. He never came back because he was killed, and those same people who killed him came and killed my children. And then when I asked why I wasn't killed, was that I was told that I was needed to rebuild my village. So that pain, I never really overcame that pain. So I've been going through many lifetimes just being by myself, taking care of. So they would show me all those lifetimes that I've been through where I would just be taking care of people. And then when it was time to die, I would just die by myself. So I would see me dying in the snow, me dying under a bus shed, me dying at some shelter. Like, I would just finish serving soup to people, and I would just go in a corner and die to myself. And they would be like, Mommy, this lifetime, we want to come to take care of you. They made me bawl so much. It was a lot of healing I had to do with them. A lot of healing. I had to do a lot of meditations, a lot of past lifetime meditations, a lot of past lifetime regressions and stuff, because I had to heal, because I was waking up bawling because my daughter was slamming doors in my face, and my son was clinging to me and asking why he can't come to work with me. And I was waking up bawling and so frustrated. It was really stressing me out. I was losing my ear. It was really stressing me out. So when I realized I bawled so much when I realized about those past lifetime stuff, and they were like, Mommy, we want to come to take care of you in this lifetime. You don't deserve to always be taking care of people, and then there's nobody to take care of you. You know, we want to take care of you. And they kept saying, this lifetime, mommy, this lifetime, we want to come in this lifetime. And I was like, are you sure you guys want to come to me? Like, and they're like, yeah, because you are going to understand us. And, like, they basically been waiting to be reincarnated since that past, like since that lifetime. And they keep telling me that they want me because I'm gonna understand them. I already have a bond with them, and they're like, you need to believe in your dreams. So every time now, I can't. So ever since I decided that, okay, I don't know how y'all gonna come, but okay, y'all coming. It's been one big party in my astral house. It was like a big celebration. It's been a big celebration since then. And so sometimes they do disappear, and that's because they've gone to plan. They tell me it's a lot of work planning to come to Earth. So then sometimes they do come back and we chat. And my son, oh my God, I wanted to show you guys my the marbles that I find even the other day. I found one. I found another one. There are a couple more. I've put them up. But like, look at these little marbles that I found. There's a pink one too. He said that one's for his sister. So I find these marbles at random places, and that's because like my son is playing with me. And if you notice, it has a color theme as well. How cool is that? So I'm kind of like running out of space. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. So their personalities are really different. My daughter is she's very confident. She just knows what she wants. She knows what she's about. She keeps telling me she has a mission and she needs to be born in this lifetime and she needs to be born to me. I'm just like, little girl, she's like, my mommy has to be a star. I want my mommy to be a star. Even long before I started performing, she would boost me up and tell me things like that and tell me that I'm too coward and I need to step out in the limelight and put myself more out there. So I ask her, like, I'm like, are you sure you're gonna be able to deal with, being the child of a celebrity? She's like, I was made for this, mommy. She's like, why do you think I want to come to you? Why do you think I want to be born unto you? She's just like, and she loves to watch me putting on my makeup, and she's always like boosting me up. I'm telling you, they're like my biggest cheerleaders, and they're like my powering piece now. Like, my son is really very shy though. He's the opposite of my daughter. The complete opposite. He's shy. He's always hiding behind my frock tail. My daughter is very prissy when it comes onto her food. So she does not, even from before she started coming down more like this, because there are certain things she used to tell me that I ball too much, so I needed to, like, now I can't miss my yoga exercises. She's very strict on her diet. I can't cheat. Like, first time I used to cheat and eat things like onion bits and Shirley biscuit and shit. I can't do none of that. She doesn't want any of that. She'll make me throw it up. Cause she'll be like, mommy, I told you I don't want anything like that. A lot of restaurants that I used to eat at, I can't eat at those restaurants anymore because she's just like, her food has to be high vibrational. Firstly, she's like, mommy, I want you to prepare my food. I want you to prepare our food. As a matter of fact, she said my food. Like, she taken over my body completely. Like, I don't even have a say anymore. Okay. Like, I just have to listen to her. She's really big on her green juices. I noticed that, like, really, really big on green juices. So I have to drink green juices every single day. So let me give you a joke. There was one time I met this man and he delivers green juices, right? I didn't order anything from the man. 10 o'clock one night, the man called me and told me he's gonna deliver my green juices. She's been haunting me and telling me she want green, she want green, she want green, she want green. This was earlier when she just started taking over, and she was just like really aggressive, and I hadn't started figuring out what was going on yet. And I was just like, okay, I'm gonna get you some greens soon. I'm gonna cook some callaloo, and she was on me. She want her greens, she want her greens, she want her greens. This man calls me out of the blue. He's gonna deliver my green juice. And I'm like, I didn't order any green juice. He's like, yes, you did. I'm like, I didn't order any green juice. So we spent maybe like 2 minutes just, debating back and forth. And then I was just like, I realized what had happened. And she does this every single time she wants green juice. Okay. I don't call this man. The other day I went away. I landed at 1 o'clock in the morning. By 9 o'clock, the man was calling me. He's coming to deliver my green juice. How did he know that I was even here? How did he know that I came back? I'm telling you, she don't play. She don't play. I have to eat salads every day. I used to like sweet stuff like raisins and stuff. She don't like sweet stuff. I can't cheat. I can't eat no chocolate unless it's really organic and really sugar free. Like she hates sugar, and I realized, and she loves a lime, anything sour. So I realized that she's been making my body very alkaline. She's been wanting stuff that's filled with iron, that's filled with vitamin C. That's now recently she's been hounding me for flax seeds and walnuts because I know those things are really loaded with omega and good fats for the brain development. So she's preparing my body on like a totally different level. I don't even recognize my body anymore. No, but it's good. The other day we had a chat and she was like, Mommy, I don't even understand why you getting mad at me. Because you say you want children, but you're not doing what it takes to get ready for us. Like, you need to get your body ready. You need to get disciplined with your exercise and, really serious about your self-care. So she's really on me. And we had a talk because when I don't eat and a lot of things I used to get away with, I can't get away anymore. So she was just like, I don't understand. I'm trying to help you to get better, you know?